Richard Serra's a dear friend. I've been friends with everybody. John Chamberlain was a dear friend of mine. I've been personal friends with most of the great artists of my time.
Do you miss them?
Tremendously. Balasari and I were sidekicks for years. David Zwerner told me that John McCracken considered me to be his best friend. I was best friends with Chris Burden. I've been best friends with a lot of great artists. Lucky. Mary Hyland's a dear friend of mine. Yeah, I've been blessed with so many great friends. I'm 81 years old now, and just last week Fred Eversley died. I was friends with Fred before he became a sculptor. When I first met Fred, he was a photographer. Joe Good died. I went down to his show in Laguna just a few months back, and he and Rousset and I sat around and had a great time. I miss all of them. You miss your friends. I've been really lucky, all the great friends I've had. Ed Moses was one of my best friends. Yeah, Ed's son Seth introduces me to people as his dad's best friend. I knew Billy well. We weren't best friends, but not like Ed or Chris, but I knew him well. I've outlived so many of them.
Larry Bell's still around.
Larry's a dear friend. We've been pals. He calls me Yemeni. Yeah, I've been up to his place. He's been here. We've been friends for years.
Did you know Robert Irwin well?
Knew Bob, yep. He was a good one. He was fun to talk to. Really fun to talk to. I really liked his early paintings. Back when he was an actual painter.
Any special memories with him?
Just dialogues. He was just wonderful to talk to. He was a great conversationalist. Could carry deep conversations. Hold a thought. McCracken was the same way. He could hold a thought. Focus a conversation. David Zwerner asked me to speak last at McCracken's memorial service. He said they wanted to end on a light note. I spoke for half an hour without notes, telling all these wonderful stories of our lives together. John was a dear, dear friend.
Did you know Ken Price?
Yeah, dear Kenny and I used to kick around New York. When we'd be back in New York, we'd go hit jazz bars. And we saw great players. We weren't 20 feet from the stage, seeing people we had their albums. Yeah, Kenny and I, we used to love to go hit the jazz bars. He was a dear friend. I didn't know Helen Paskin that well. I'm dear friends with Mary Kors. I'm supposed to have dinner with her coming up in a few days.
Any special memories with her?
She played Doug Christmas better than any of us. She got her money's worth out of Doug. Her paintings would get scuffed or scraped, and she'd just roll them up. She had a ton of damaged paintings, and then her work started selling in China, and she was repairing those damaged paintings. She got a studio just to repair damaged paintings down in Agura, and some of the damaged paintings that she was repairing were selling for $1 million. I mean, she did okay. She's got a beautiful little red painting of mine hanging in her living room. She's an old friend, dear old friend.
How about Leda Albuquerque?
I know her, but not as well as Mary. We've known each other for years. We both used to teach at Art Center, and she goes, Jimmy, the students think you're so pure. And I told her, I said, that's just because they're so young. I don't know the difference between pure and poor. Yeah, she's a good friend. We taught together for years. I don't consider people to be really good friends unless you eat with them. You know, you eat at their house, they eat at your house. Chris Bird and Nancy Rubens and I used to eat together all the time. We'd have leftover tacos for lunch that were leftovers from dinner the night before. I miss Chris tremendously. We were so close. Nancy's become a real recluse since Chris died. She doesn't go anywhere or see anyone. She doesn't talk to anyone. She's just become an absolute recluse. I miss her a huge amount. She's a dear, dear friend. I had a 50th birthday up here years ago, and Rose Herman, he said if a bomb had been dropped on the party, most of the great artists in Los Angeles would have been killed. Everyone was here. Everyone was here. It was an amazing party.
Who are some of your favorite collectors?
Well, Laura Stearns was terrific. She was a great collector. She was really wonderful. Greg and Toby Carnes, Eugenio Lopez, Pat Patterson back in New York. Two of these Tondos are his, and I've got another one I'm going to be doing for him. He's been commissioning the Tondos. Yeah, I was with Ace Gallery for 10 years. He was a total crook. I think he's in jail now.
Any good memories with him?
I went down to see, I had a big show, the entire gallery, and I went down to see it one day, and he said, Jimmy, someone wants to meet you. And it was Richard Serra. And Serra, he said, I've been looking at your paintings all day. He goes, I just love them. He says, I suspect that there must be a system, but no matter how hard I look, I cannot find a system. And I said, you know, there is a system, but randomness is a part of the system, and it makes it incredibly difficult to detect. And he just beamed and gave me a huge hug. And we were dear friends from that moment on. People would try to introduce me to him in Rome or something, and he'd go, I know Jimmy, you know. Bob Ryman was a dear friend of mine. God, he was a good friend.
What about Tony Berlant?
Oh, yeah, I still talk to him. He's gone blind. He's blind now, but we talk. We've been friends for 50 years. Maybe going on 60 now. Yeah, I'll see him in a few days again. I want to go see that show at Louvre, that 50th anniversary show. And I'll go by and see Tony the same day.
How did you meet Peter Blake?
I guess he just asked me to do a show with him. And we've been doing shows for years. I still show with him. He's a dear friend, he and Stephanie. He's a really honest dealer. He sells something, he pays you right away. He's as honest as they come. Good man.
No BS with him?
No BS at all. He's very factual.
And how would you describe Doug Christmas in one sentence?
Oh, he'd steal the cream out of your coffee if you weren't paying attention. He cheated everyone. He cheated the collectors, he cheated the magazines, he didn't pay for the ads, he cheated the artists, he cheated everyone.